Now the Redmi Note line of series, we've seen a ton of devices over the years, and that is the device or that is the lineup because of which Xiaomi or Redmi have gained traction in India. Now this is that time of the year when 2 to 3 devices in this lineup are launched again, and yes, we are talking about the mid-ranger in among these 3 devices. We are talking about this bad boy, that is the Redmi Note 12 Pro. Now there are 3 devices that were launched. There was the Redmi Note 12, which was the base variant. Then we have the Redmi Note 12 Pro, which is what we have here. And then we also have the Pro Plus, which is the most expensive of the batch. Now, what is interesting over here is that there are a lot of similarities between the Pro and Pro Plus. There are 2 major changes which we will talk about. Hello everyone, my name is Kailash. You are watching PhoneOps, and today we are talking about the complete review of Redmi Note 12 Pro. Despite having access to a lot of flagship devices, I've actually gone ahead and used this phone as a personal device, installed my SIM, installed banking applications, my Netflix, Amazon Prime HD, tried the camera, tried gaming, and here I have a complete review. So before we get into the details, if you haven't already, please subscribe because it doesn't cost you anything and it really motivates us to make amazing content like this. Now without further ado, hello awesome people, welcome to PhoneOps. My name is Kailash. Let's get going. Now first things first, things that matter in India is the price. So the price for the Redmi Note 12 Pro here is 24,999 for the 6/128 variant. This is what we have. Then we have a 8GB RAM and 128GB variant, that is 26,999. For a price like this, you can get a Snapdragon 870 powered device like the iQOO Neo 6, right? Here, if you have a ICICI card, you will be able to get a 3,000 discount on all the variants. Now that revises the price to 21,999 for the 6/128, 23,999 for the 8/128, and 24,999 for the 8/256. I still feel that is a little high, but that at least brings the price to a better reasonable value, right? But you do get a 67-watt charger with a Type A to Type C cable. This is 2023 and I would have preferred a Type C to Type C cable, but that's okay. You of course get the smartphone. You do get a very decent quality silicone case which looks good with the phone as well. You do get a SIM ejector pin and a couple of booklets. That's about it. That is everything that you get. Now let's talk about the device in detail because this is a very interesting mid-range phone that I've used in a very long time. Now while we review this device, let me tell you, we got this device from a very good known store in Mumbai known as Selection Mobiles. The owner over here, Lalit Purohit, is very friendly. We get a lot of phones from them and all the online offers, almost all of them are available as well. So whatever prices you're getting for the Note 12, Note 12 Pro and the Note 12 Pro Plus, along with a lot of other branded devices, will be available at this store. The details of this particular store are mentioned in the description. If you stay in South Mumbai or anywhere in Mumbai, you can call them, you can visit the store. It's really useful. And if you want to get a special discount, you can mention that you saw this on PhoneOps. We do get a decent 67-watt charger with this phone, that is the Pro, but with the 12 Pro Plus, you get a 120-watt charger. Now, of course, 120 watts is extremely fast. I think 18, 19 or 20 minutes, 0 to 100, but this is pretty decent as well. I think 35 minutes, 0 to 100, it's not really slow. That is the first major change between Pro and Pro Plus, but I think for me, 67 watts is not a deal breaker. Now talking about the battery on this device, this does come with a 5000 mAh cell and the design on this phone is really neat. It comes with a boxy design and it is executed very well. The frame on the sides is plastic, but the back is glass. That is a good thing. On the front, you do get Gorilla Glass 5 and the place where it shines the most is the front display. Now talking about the display, you have a 6.67-inch HDR 10 plus 1080p display, right? It is really good. 900 nits of brightness. That means even when you are using it outdoors or indoors, your brightness complaints won't be there. It looks really nice in the sunlight as well. So for a mid-range device, it is pretty good. The best part is if you go to Netflix or Amazon Prime HD, you will notice that it does come with Dolby Vision and HDR10 support and Widevine L1. So gone are the days when you used to have issues with watching HD content. That is definitely taken care of. Also, the touch sampling rate on this device as far as gaming is concerned is pretty awesome. I did not experience any touch lags or touch latencies or anything of that sort. So yes, the display all in all is pretty good, and to top it all, it is covered by Gorilla Glass 5, which should give you pretty decent protection, but I would still recommend install a screen protector. Now, at the top of the phone, you get a 3.5mm jack. You of course get stereo sound speakers which are pretty decent. It supports high-res audio. You do have a secondary microphone, a IR blaster. Now to the right over here, you have volume up, volume down. The buttons are pretty tactile. You do have a power button as well. And moving on, at the bottom, you have a SIM tray which gives you access to 2 SIM slots. You don't really have support for SD card over here. You have a primary microphone, a Type-C charging port, and the primary speaker here. Now at the back, of course, you have triple camera setup. So you have a 50 megapixel Sony IMX766 sensor, which comes with support for OIS, which is a good thing at this price range. Of course, you have a 8 megapixel ultra wide. We will talk about the quality in the dedicated, photography video. And we have a 2 megapixel macro. 2 megapixel macro. You have dual LED flash over here. The highlight being you do get 4K 30 FPS with OIS, and if you're doing 1080p 60 or 1080p 30 from the back camera, you do get OIS plus EIS, which is a good thing. Now at the front over here at the top, you have the speaker grill and the front camera, which is a 16 megapixel sensor. The pictures are pretty decent from the front camera, and as far as video is concerned, you have 1080p 30 and 1080p 60 video recording support as well. Now talking about the power button over here, the fingerprint scanner is the manual one or not the in-display one, as you can see on the Pro and the Pro Plus. So again, a similarity here. The moment you touch it, it is rock solid, super fast, no problems whatsoever. And the positioning of buttons on this particular device is really neat, so no complaints there. Now let's talk about the specifications, because this is where it gets interesting. On the Redmi Note 12 Pro and Pro Plus, you get the exact same processor, which is the Dimensity 1080 or 1080. So you do get LPDDR4X RAM, UFS 2.2 storage. These are the highlights, and they work really well. Now we are in 2023 and we have 5G in India, so you have up to 10 5G bands. We did try Jio 5G and Airtel 5G on this, and it worked absolutely fine for us. Now out of the box right now, this device comes with MIUI 13 global with Android 12. I'm pretty sure soon it will get MIUI 14 with Android 13. And the good thing about MIUI now is it is much lighter, there are no ads, and there is very less bloatware. Now comparatively, if I use any Realme devices of lately, they are getting a lot of bloatware. I don't know why companies keep doing this, but MIUI at least is going in the right direction. Now talking about the gaming experience, I did try Apex Mobile. Of course, I'm not going to try any PUBG or BGMI games, but just for your information, you do get Smooth Extreme. In Apex Mobile, 60 FPS gameplay was pretty decent, no problems there whatsoever. So gameplay was pretty smooth. You do have, the latest security app. So Game Turbo is present, and I did try gaming using Call of Duty Mobile, Apex Mobile, and gameplay was pretty decent. There is no overheating of any sorts, and even in longer durations of gameplay, if you're a casual gamer, you want to do normal gaming, you should be absolutely fine with that. Now, before we wrap this up, let's quickly talk about two important factors. First one being battery life on 5G and 4G. Now, this being a 5000 mAh cell and a MediaTek 1080 processor, which is built, I believe, on the newer process, it is a very decent battery backup is what you get. Now, as you can see, we've been on battery for 21 hours and 57 minutes, and we've been using the phone, we've been playing different games like Free Fire and stuff. So, all in all, you do get easily 6 to 7 hours of screen on time. Even on 4G and 5G, you get very decent battery backup, and 67 watt charging, I did state it takes around 30 to 35 minutes to charge from 0 to 100. Now let's quickly talk about the cameras. I did click some pictures using this particular smartphone, and I did click a couple of videos as well. So as you can see, you have all the advanced modes available over here. All of them are present. The 50 megapixel super resolution mode is present as well, and the selfies are pretty good as well. So the main camera clicks pretty decent pictures, but the ultra wide in low light, it goes on the softer side. Now, portrait pictures from the front and back camera are pretty good, but the dynamic range is something that needs working on. So all in all, if you talk about camera in this price range, this is a pretty decent package. There are no complaints there. The battery backup is great. The charging speeds are great. You get a A-class display, and after the offers, the price is pretty decent as well. Now, the only difference that you get in the Pro Plus versus the Redmi Note 9 Pro is you get a 200 megapixel camera and 120 watt charging. Apart from that, I don't see any major changes here. So in my opinion, this phone should sell better, and it is a pretty good all-rounder if you want to game, consume content, and use it as your daily driver. This was a complete review of the Redmi Note 12 Pro. Let me know in the comment section if you want to see more device reviews like this, because a lot of them are coming. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep smiling. Take care. Goodbye.